Are you busy or are you productive? Welcome to this video, and this is a provocative question, of course, as I like to open my videos. Are you busy or are you productive? Because too often I see people being very, very busy. Of course, all leaders in today's world are extremely busy. But are they productive too? Are you productive? I think it's completely different. So I see too many leaders, and here are some alarm signals if you think maybe I'm busy but not productive, if you're rushing from meeting to meeting. If I see and hear people talking to me and saying, I have no time to meet because for the next 3 months I'm rushing from meeting to meeting, I've back-to-back meetings and I have no time for anything else. And this is alarming. I mean, you cannot lead like this. In most meetings, I just make the hypothesis, and I'm quite sure that half of the meetings are not useful. Another half of the half is maybe a little bit good for information, and only 25% in best case are really essential. And they could be even shortened probably. I know it's a bold statement, but I'm quite sure that I'm right with this. So be careful. If you are rushing from meeting to meeting, you're probably very busy. You're for sure very busy, but probably not extremely productive as you could be. The question is always, could there be one person on this planet who could achieve at the same time as me 10 times more? And the answer is always yes. Maybe not if you are president or a big company leader, then maybe you are at the top-notch leading edge. But for most people, there is a person that achieves tremendously more in their time than I do. So how do they do that? And the key is, they are not busy. They are productive. This is so important. And I give you 3 important tips and ideas what you can do to become instantly or short-term more productive instead of busy. Number 1, willpower. This is a big thing. For many people, also senior leaders, it's very easy to get into the temptation, I'm needed everywhere. So I attend everything. I answer to questions. Yes, of course I go to this meeting. Yes, of course I do this. And their agenda is full for next year. And it's very tempting because it's easy. It's easy going, especially if I like these things. What is not very often the helpful decision point. It's more what is the value of this whole thing. And I know it sounds easy and maybe a bit flippant even. It's not that I know everything to make better, but just an idea. We forget that sometimes. That's what I see. We forget it. So we don't have the willpower to really say, no, I don't know what's convenient and easy now and makes me feel busy and important by that. Instead, I do the most important things. And this might be not attending the meeting, but sitting for 3 hours straight somewhere in an isolated place, in a total bubble of total focus. Or Robin Sharma, one of the gurus in this area of self-help motivation, talks, total bubble of total focus, and go somewhere and I'm not reachable. This is very inconvenient for many, and it requires a lot of willpower because nobody else tells me what to do. I say what to do. So that's the first thing. Look at your willpower and strengthen your willpower. Number 2, energy. It's just a fact that if we have low energy and constantly running behind, we make not the decisions to really stretch ourselves and become productive. Our productivity goes dramatically down if we don't have the energy to maintain that. And that means energy comes from sleep, from food, from exercise, and also from removing decisions and unimportant parts of our lives from our lives, beside many other things. But these are key energy triggers. So what is your energy level? If your energy level is low, chances are you are very busy but not extremely productive. I know it's provocative, and that's exactly the intention of such videos. And number 3, focus. It's just better to move one thing forward a mile instead of 1,000 things a little bit. Ask yourself critically, am I moving forward as much as I can instead of 100 things just a little bit? And it's also inconvenient because it requires strength, and focus is not something that we are very often very trained with. Maybe that all doesn't apply to you. Maybe you're extremely productive, but ask yourself these questions, right? So what is about your willpower? What's about your energy? What's about your focus? And when these 3 things are not fully there, chances are you get just busy and are not extremely productive. There are many more aspects to that, but just for this short video, look at it and try to become more productive instead of busy. And just a last reminder, it's nothing wrong as a top leader to have sometimes half an hour, 2 hours. You say, I don't really know what to do. I'm not needed here. That's great. That's a wonderful sign. And say, let's go for a walk and I think a little bit strategically. Yeah, this is exactly what many people are scared of almost, and saying I have just free time now and I do whatever it requires to be strategic, to think of something else and not being in this daily craziness. Hope that makes sense, gives you some food for thoughts, and I see you in one of the next videos.